you're watching this video, you're feeling frustrated with how 2024 went for you, deep down, you know that you can do better. And if you're here, you're probably looking for solutions. So imagine it's December 31st, 2025, and you are looking back on your year and you're feeling truly proud. You have gained confidence and you have built consistency. You have maybe even turned your passion into something bigger. This is not another unrealistic dream. This is something possible if you take the right steps starting right now. In this video, I'll share what I think it's the blueprint for making 2025 your best artistic year. I'll be sharing real actionable strategies that you can apply. So let's dive in. Let's reflect on last year. So the question that you can ask yourself is, what were your biggest accomplishments last year? What were your biggest challenges and why did they teach you? So the reason why you want to reflect on last year is because most artists struggle because they don't know who they want to be as an artist. If you lack clarity on what kind of artist you are and what kind of art we want to make and how we want to make it, you are prone to follow trends and compare yourself to others, but you are not really following your path or your vision. That's why it is important before you start setting goals to know where you are going, and this will help you have a clear vision for yourself. What you need to do is quiet the noise and sit by yourself and ask yourself, what do I want from my art this year? Is it growth? Is financial success? Is it more creative freedom? Or do I want recognition? What kind of artist do I want to be by the end of 2025? I want you to write your vision in details. I want you to visualize it as clearly as possible so you have it in mind for the following step. What excites me most about creating? And the third question is really important, is to ask yourself, what is holding me back right now? What's holding you back from making the vision that you have, a reality? For example, I have spent a lot of time last year making a lot of commissioned work, and what I envision right now for my career as an artist does not align with that anymore. What I want for the end of this year and also on a longer term is to have more connection with my audience and to build a community with the people from my audience. So I know that what was holding me back was sharing more of my techniques, and I was working more on other people's vision, meaning commissioned work, and I was not focused on my own inspirations and my own ideas. So this is what I want to focus on this year and the years to come. So what that means for me is sharing more about my art, sharing more about the behind the scenes and the stories behind my work, and let people know me a bit more as an artist. Clarity is power, and the more clarity you have, the easier setting your goals becomes, because now you have a vision, you have an intention, and everything that does not align with your vision, you can cancel and focus on what is going to help your vision come to life. So this brings us to our second step, which is setting your goals. But you have to set goals that actually work. That means you are not going to set vague and unrealistic goals. Now that you have clarity and you have a vision, your goals have to be aligned with that vision, but also realistic and as specific and detailed as possible. So instead of saying, I want to draw more, what we are going to do is say, for example, I will finish one drawing a month to build my collection. Instead of saying, I want to get better at art, what we're going to do is to say, I'm going to set a non-negotiable time to practice or study one human face feature X times per week. So this is specific and we know exactly what we need to do, how, and when. What I also like to do for myself is focus on one major goal, and I have several little objectives that will help me achieve the biggest goal. Most resolutions fail because they are too vague or too many. What I need you to do right now is take your notepad and write down what is the most important thing to achieve for you in 2025. And from there, you are going to try and break that one goal into several small actions or goals and choose what is the one goal that you are going to focus on this week. Setting a one big goal and breaking it into small achievable goals or actions that you can track on a daily, weekly, monthly basis is the best way to get where you want to go. This will help you track your progress, and the fact that you know that you have small goals is less intimidating, because intimidation is most of the time lead us to fear and procrastination. We are paralyzed by our vision. What is also important is to recognize that every day is not the same, and some days you have more energy, or I don't like to say motivation, but it's a fact that some days are just easier than others. So I think if it's possible, it's important to set your low or medium and high energy days. So the days that you are not feeling extremely motivated, or days you have a low energy, you know exactly what you can do to make even small steps toward your goal, and without the guilt of not doing anything at all. And this brings us to step number 3: commit to actions and not perfection. Perfection is fear in disguise. We are intimidated. We are fearful. We don't know what to do. So we wait for the perfect moment, for when we have the perfect tools, for when we are perfectly ready to do something. This will not work. You have to commit to actions, and it might not be perfect, but sometimes what is important is to do the thing. It's not for the thing to be perfect. Okay? Doing nothing will not make you improve anyways, and the only way to improve, to learn, and to grow is by doing. So if your goal is to make a sketch per day, just do the sketch. If you have 10 minutes, take the 10 minutes and do the sketch. Doesn't matter if going to be perfect or not. You just have to do it so you can check on your to-do list and be proud of that small moment. If your goal is to show your art to more people, you have to post your content. Even if it's not perfect, you think you don't have the perfect setting, you don't have the perfect camera, whatever, you will have to post the work. The point here is to keep learning. The more you do, the more you learn. As the saying goes, if you need to fail, fail fast. You fail fast, you move on, and it gets better and better and better. Tracking your daily habits and having a to-do list will help you see exactly what you have been doing during your week, and you can analyze and improve the next week. Those are things that will allow you to build routines and systems and to build momentum. Unfortunately, talent is not enough. Consistency is really key. If you only work or create whatever you want to do to make your art progress, if you wait for inspiration, motivation, it is not going to work. What you need to do is build systems that will allow you to create ease in your work and to stay inspired, to stay disciplined. So if you have, like I said, decided that each week you're going to set non-negotiable time in your calendar to practice a human feature, let's say 30 minutes every week, you have to set your day in a manner that will allow you to have those 30 minutes. You cannot wait for the 30 minutes to just be there. So you have to make that time. How do you make that time? You set non-negotiables in your calendar. Tracking your daily habits to understand how you work. Making a to-do list and sticking to the to-do list will allow you to accomplish those small actions. Small actions, small wins. Small wins, you start to see the progress and you start to feel more inspired and motivated. What was hard before start to get easier, and that's how you start to do even more, and that's how you create a virtuous circle, and you keep going without feeling the burden and being paralyzed by your tasks. For example, for myself, I have decided to create more inspirational pieces. So what I have decided to do is create one piece per month from February to April. Although this is a bit intimidating, the only way to do it is to set non-negotiable drawing time in my calendar, in my daily to-do list. And no matter what I have to do, no matter what comes up, I have to draw on the time that I have fixed. The thing also is when you start a project and you give up and you go to something else, you are breaking the momentum, and it is even harder to keep the motivation. The easiest way to do things is to stick to one thing, respect the time that you have set for that thing until you finish it, and then you start something else. So I want you to go in the comment section and let us know what is that one thing that you have decided to commit to this year on a daily basis. And if you have set non-negotiable time in your calendar every day or 3 times a day, 4 times a day, whatever works for you, what is that one thing and how is it going so far? And last step is create the right environment for your growth. Look around you and ask yourself, is my workspace set for focus and creativity? Am I wasting too much time on distractions instead of spending more time creating? Do I have people on my path that are helping me to stay inspired and that are helping me on my journey? If the answer is no, the small changes that you can implement in your surroundings and your environment just to set yourself up for success. First, very easy, declutter your space. A clean environment improves focus. Yes, even for artists, even if it get messy sometimes, taking the time once a week, once a month, whatever, to clean, to tidy up and declutter your space will change how you work, how you function, and how clear you see your work. Second, not so easy, is to limit distraction. Artists will also have the right to enjoy life and to have a good time, to scroll like everybody else on these apps. But I think as artists, we can also try and prioritize creating as opposed to consuming. So one way to do that is to allow yourself to have some minutes or time of quiet just to think. You can journal, you can exercise, you can go for a walk, you can sit there, do nothing. Just allow your mind to reflect on your work, to ignite new ideas. It's just the noise, especially with social media. Have some time to be calm. Don't get trapped into these distractions. And last but not least, surround yourself with people that inspire you. So this does not mean that you have to get rid of people in your life that are not artists or that are not creating. This means that you have to find people that are also creative or are like-minded to keep you inspired or just challenge your creativity or your work, and also just to network, access certain opportunities. So to do that, you can join your local communities, online communities. You can attend exhibitions and things like that. If you feel the need, I also have my own Patreon community where you can access tips and tutorial, but also chats And from there, you can communicate with other artists. I'll share the link in the description box. So check it out, subscribe, and we can catch up there. So let's recap. Found your why. Get clear on what matters to you as an artist. You have to set realistic and specific goals. Break them into small actions, and that will help you track your progress and indicate where you have to improve, but also where you have done well. This will keep you inspired and motivated to go even further. Take action now. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for the moment when you have all the skills. Just start. Build consistency, build momentum. Make time for your creativity. Don't make this a random moment when time will allow you to create. No, you have to make time to create, and you have to make it a priority. Create the right environment by cutting distraction and by connecting intentionally with people and creating an environment that will help you keep inspired and keep going. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Comment below your major goal for 2025. Hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with a friend that needs to see it as well. Let's keep creating. Let's hold each other accountable. You got this, and I catch you in the next one.